From the mobile, how much of data is produced, how much of data, more and more data is coming forward. Finally, we don't have the capacity to hold on to the mobile. So what we are trying to do is going to the data center, finally it is going to the cloud. So this is what it is. When increasing the data capacity, we have to move towards the cloud. Say whether it is a music streaming or whether it is a video or a social network or anything, in future it is going to be only the cloud. So in the 5G architecture, there are three major things we can say. One is access. So access, another one is a cloud, and then there is a, one is a access, another is a core network, another is a cloud. Let us take like that. So the access will be first one interfacing towards the customer, UEs, and finally the data will be analyzed and then it will be routed. Finally it will be stored in the cloud, and as and when any action is required, the reverse way we have to follow. So these are all the three major architecture, that is access cloud, forwarding cloud, and network control cloud. So if you see the 5G, that is 1G to 5G. When I got the phone, when I was working in CDOT, at that time I was getting a Nokia phone with the small antenna projected onto that. I bought it in Dubai with the 25,000 rupees, first phone, GSM phone. But after coming over here, after 6 months, I went and asked, this is not, it is not going to be there. We have released this phone. That is, after 6 months, the value of that 25,000 rupees is 5,000 rupees. So that is how the technology is changing, and then outdated. So the requirements are increasing. So finally you can see that one, the 5G in 2020. So we have to meet up all the requirements. We have to meet the challenges also. So the evolution, see, first of all, it is the requirement. The evolution, once it is coming forward, then we have to do that revolution. Unless otherwise you are ready for that, it is difficult to meet up. See, this is a timeline, cellular generations. See, I would like to concentrate. This is 2020 5G. What is next? Think beyond. See, already we are talking about 5G, but most of the countries, people are thinking about 6G now itself. So that is what we have to concentrate. Then these are all the things already I don't want to repeat. So from 1G to 4G, the requirements of various, whether it is a 2G or 3G or 4G, that exactly the requirements and the data requirements are increasing. Accordingly, the technology is getting forwarded. In India, 4G, still 2G places, many places, they don't even having the connectivity. For example, Northeast, it is getting a phone call or phone signal, 2G itself is a challenge. So if you are talking about 5G, how are we going to take care? Because India is consisting of many villages. We cannot forget the village. So especially CDOT, when we, I would like to tell about CDOT a little later, otherwise my lecture will be biased one. So in India, we have to analyze the requirement. First of all, villages, unconnected, and there is no possibility of extending even the fiber, and in many places there is no power. So with all these things, we have to keep that in mind, and we have to design the system. Because many foreign countries, the situation is different. I was in UK. I was in the university along with the minister, going through various test beds and the conditions. But finally, what is there available in India according to the Indian conditions, we have to realize, and then accordingly we have to modify. Right? So as we are going through the subscribers, many mobile subscribers, we have really increased our capacity beyond our limit, so to say. But everybody, at least, some of you must be having two phones. One is an ordinary phone for the mobile or communication. Another one is a smartphone for the data. At least some places, everybody will be having at least one mobile, which will take care of both activities. Whereas day by day, the data usability is going up. So our subscribers also going up, the requirements also going up. So mobile network in 2017, this is what traffic growth in 2016 was 63%. 63% increase. And then the traffic accounted for this one is around 69%. So almost 500 million mobile devices connected in 2016. Right? Have we utilized the technology of 4G? Yes or no? So no, not fully. Many places we don't even get 2G, and then some places it is going up to 4G. The operators, wherever the requirements are there, return on investment is there, people concentrate in that area. But still, we have a life in 4G, and we should plan for 4G to 5G transition period. Then what is the technology? LTE Advanced, LTE Pro, we may have to take care and then utilize that technology. Because in 2020, we are planning to put the field trial, but the mass deployment, according to us, mass deployment in larger number will take place in 2022. Till 2022, the growth rate we have to meet with the existing technology of 4G, 4G Pro. And then these are all the statistics you may be aware, but one thing is we have to catch up. See, the traffic growth is there, and then we are aware that one number of smartphones are also increasing, but accordingly we have to increase our infrastructure required for that, and planning has to be done in such a way that one, whenever we are moving towards 2020 for 5G and beyond, we may have to keep ourselves ready for that. So this is the data. So another one more thing is Wi-Fi. It is picking up in a larger manner, but this is used for the unconnected villages, last mile connectivity. We can extend the fiber up to Panchayat. Beyond Panchayat, how are you going to extend? It is not possible. So we have to enhance this one with this Wi-Fi technology. Last mile connectivity can be Wi-Fi for the villages and northeast region or Andaman Nicobar. You can see that. See, the thing is, we have to take care through the satellite communication, and then last mile connectivity we are planning to have through this satellite communication and Wi-Fi. So this is what we are planning for the future. So this is a known thing, that is web is dead, long live internet. So these are all the various standards. So unless otherwise you develop a product which is acceptable in the universe, that is ITU-T or the major 3GPP, we have to follow all the international standards so that whenever the international MNCs are giving their equipments, we should be in a position to interoperate with that type of equipments. So this is the LTE market. Still, I believe we have not fully utilized LTE market. Still, there is a possibility, and in the NB-IoT as a backhaul, we can use this LTE. And these are all the you may be aware of this. And one thing I wanted to tell you that towards 5G, if you are going to work, then NB-IoT and then LTUM, these are all the things we may have to concentrate. So this is a standard 5G. It is indicating that one, we have put the seed, the tree, the plant has grown from 2016 onwards. It is going to branch out. It is going to give many more fruits in future. But see that data. So what is the amount of data? 2.25 million we are talking about subscribers. This is how we are going to grow. Are we ready for this? So as I told you, in India, we have all types of equipments, all types of network, but the interoperability we may have to see how we cannot throw our equipments or network just like that. Okay. For example, we developed the Rural Automatic Exchange 1986. After 30 years also, we are able to service 32,000 villages are connected with this Rural Automatic Exchange, that is with the latest technology of IP. So that is the scenario. We cannot use and throw the technology, use and throw the equipments. We have to at least milk till the end. That is the type of culture we have, right? So we have to use the existing network, how to smartly use this existing network so that we are able to cater to the needs. So this is the, Sir has also already indicated, and these are all the various types of mobile traffic growth driven by the mobile, internet and IoT. And these are all the various services. You can think of, these are all the typical scenarios, that is either it is a high traffic or a office or a subway or a high-speed train, and mobile internet services in the video streaming, cloud storage, IoT, smart home, smart grid, surveillance, virtual reality, augmented reality. These are all the typical scenarios and services in India also we are going to have. There is no way. I would like to share my experience. I was with the minister, communication minister, Sri Manu Sinha ji, and all the senior members in UK. We visited the UK university, and then we have already tied up with 3 top universities for the joint development, that is CDOT and the top universities, University of Bristol, University of Surrey and King's College. And we are going to have a second level, this one also, interactions also over. The third level, the last week, Bristol University Vice Chancellor and along with their team, they came to CDOT, and we are in an advanced stage of finalizing the developmental activities. So this is the type of innovative way we are taking our country forward. There is no doubt about it. Even the government of India, previously you may be thinking that one, government people won't do anything. It is not like that. I would like to share my own experience because we are there. It is, if you think it is possible, it is possible. If you think it is not possible, it is not possible. But you should think that the future is in your hand. So these are all the scenarios and services, everything is possible, and we should develop the required applications. So this is what it is, another IoT. I will come to this IoT, machine-to-machine communication and IoT later. And these are all the infrastructure requirements. There are fiber access, and then there are zero latency experience required, excellent experience under various scenarios are required. But finally, the perfect services you can achieve through this audio-visual experience, smooth control experience, and a variety of personalized services. So the important thing is, how are we going to take care of this growing data requirements? So these are all the various things we have already discussed about the transportation, medical, agriculture, finance, and then architecture, electric power, and then industries, environment, and various types of wireless communications and smart massive support, massive support of this ITU, 25 billion connected devices in future. Service requirements, yes, everything is going for the cloud storage, OTT, and then IoT services like low cost, low power, low latency, high reliability, high traffic volume density. Then you can see that one, the video and virtual reality and artificial intelligence. These are all the technologies we may have to concentrate, because the future is going to be AI, VR, and with that we can do many, many more things. And online gaming, and then augmented reality, and the cloud desktop. These are all the extreme high data rate requirements which we are going to do the developmental activities. Challenges in performance, one is that higher user experience data rate and the zero latency, higher density connected devices, high traffic volume density, higher mobility, and then finally challenges in efficiency is the higher spectrum efficiency and low cost per bit. That is important, and a high energy efficiency. These are all the three things we may have to really concentrate. One is that higher spectrum efficiency. It is a spectrum where this one is very, very costly in India, and low cost. That is how we are the second largest people using the maximum number of data in the world. So you have to decide if this is cheaper, then only our people can afford. If it is costly, then nobody will be going for that one, because it is you people would have seen Reliance Jio, they have really done a wonderful thing, right? Giving a best services with a higher data rate. All others are crying, so they are cherishing. But they planned at least 5 years before. They have not told anybody. 5 years before, they made all the infrastructure ready. One fine day, yes, we are available, we are giving these services. Affordable cost. So how do we achieve this goal of 5G? That is a spectral efficiency, densifications, spectrum, SDN, NFV, massive, that is MIMO. So these are all the points. I would like to tell you that there are ways and means, either a massive MIMO technology-wise, and then current and the small cell. We may have to use it so that we can meet up the requirements. Spectrum, effectively how you are going to use that millimeter wave is going to be the key. And then we have to concentrate on the SDN and NFV, and technology-wise also. And then massive connectivity. Connectivity is going to be really great. In India, suppose at present, only Indians are using the second largest country using the maximum number of data. Imagine, suppose if it is going to be there after 3 years or 4 years, how much data we will be using it. So these are all the key technologies. That is a massive MIMO, full duplex, NOMA, and multi-carrier, and then coding and modulation techniques. Then potential key technologies in wireless networking like a CRAN, SDN, NFV, and mobile CDN. So this is the repetition of what are all the various technology we are going to use, and then make this architecture. So you can, for example, you can say that one, whatever I told you, Wi-Fi, DRAN, and then CRAN, and connectivity through the optical. The basic infrastructure is going to be, the backbone is going to be the optical technology, and then remote places where it is not possible to connect, or like a hilly area, or the specifically the remote places through the satellite communication. Okay, yeah. So these are all the use cases. I don't want to go into this. Only one use cases I will explain, that is the smart city, little later. The first one we started with human-to-human communication, and human-to-machine communication, machine-to-machine communication. So whenever one thing we have to remember, whenever we are going towards the technology, we should not forget human-to-human touch is also required. And then human-to-machine is also required. And then machine-to-machine is also required. How many of you stopped talking to your parents? Most of you are interested only in human to machine. Finally, now it is one place to another place, all forwarding the messages here and there, machine to machine. Finally, what is the use for that? So please remember, technology should be used within a framework for the benefit of every common man. So this is a IoT. I will touch upon a little later. So there is a network operation challenges. There are critical communication challenges and technology challenges, how we are going to use. and we have to take care of the services as well as the requirement. This is the leading thing. Then 4G network, I already told you, 4G to 5G. When we design something, when we are going towards 5G, what is going to happen to 4G? What are all the ways and means I can use from 4G to 5G? We have to think about it. See, this is what we have to think. Wherever the latency is required, wherever the data rate is high, and then wherever the critical things are there, reliability is the character, and then depending upon the requirements, you may have to use the technology also. So this is the analyze the data from everywhere and then everything. Finally, it is forwarding data analysis and then forwarding to the nearest cloud. So this is the basic model. Previously we were having the LTE network, that is from the remote RRH, and then it is going to the BBU. Finally, it is going to the cloud or the data center. So now it is through CIPRI that various small cells like that thing, we can use it through RRH, or through RRH you can communicate through CIPRI. Finally, it can go to the cloud also. Okay. So this is the mobile edge computing, because wherever latency is important, wherever it is possible, edge computing is encouraged. So we have to, because all the way it is going to the cloud and then coming back, then there will be a lot of challenges in terms of latency and delay. So edge computing is always encouraged. Then coming to this slicing. So depending upon the network requirements, you slice the network and then give the services and charge it accordingly. So this is slicing also, network slicing is also important. And then spectrum, we don't want to, because everybody is talking about spectrum, it is costly. What is available, with that only you have to make use of the situation or develop a product and fit into this, because it is a very, very high-end commodity. Right? So this is the plan. So as far as ITU is concerned or 3GPP is concerned, so this is the plan for them. That is, already some countries, they have already started the trial, and then some they have developed, and then in Korea they are in an advanced stage, and Japan also for their Olympic, they are going to demonstrate the full 2020 Olympic, they are going to do that. And where do we stand in India? Any idea? See, as far as India is concerned, Center for Development of Telematics, that is the premier R&D organization, that is where I am working, under the Ministry of Communication. And we are the only premier R&D. The credibility of this organization, not to boost myself or my company, it is the reality. In 1984, not even a single development digital exchange was available. We were buying, and we have pledged the jewels and then bought some equipments. And some places there were no money for buying the components even. That was the situation during Prime Minister Chandrasekhar's period. But we developed, we combined 100 people in Bangalore, 100 people in Delhi. We came together, and then experts from various companies like Bharat Electronics or ITI, and I am from EAL. Like that, experts were called. The first exchange, digital exchange, was developed in 1986, and mass deployment took place in 89 onwards. That is 1 racks rural automatic exchange per day. It was developed, deployed, and totally indigenous. Not even a single thing we have imported from anywhere except the few components. And then the people like you, that is the people from various colleges, remote colleges or the very big colleges, people were recruited, we trained them. Today I can say that lakhs and lakhs of people have been trained on this technology, and they are the CEOs and CTOs, and many places they are also leading. That is, the people from India are the chief CEOs and CTOs in the various MNC organizations, heading that one and doing the same job there. Okay, so that is the capability we have created. What I am trying to say is, we have started this digital India, that is Make in India, 1986. So we are talking how many years after we are talking about Make in India. So we were the first people, we developed this. So what I am trying to say is, for India, we have standardizing all the standards, and then we are aligning ourselves, India aligning ourselves with the ITUT and 3GPP, and we have formed all types of committee, various types of committee, either it is security or infrastructure or whatever it is, high-level committees have been formed, and we have tied up with the indigenous IITs, IIT Madras, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Bombay, IISc, CIVIT. They have tied up with CDOT for, they will be doing the research, we will be taking those researches, algorithms, and then we will develop a product, because they have a bent of mind only to develop the various algorithms. We are the people who convert the things, algorithms or researches into the products. We have the capability for more than 35 years. So this is what we are planning. We have already tied up with the Indian IITs and IISc, and foreign collaboration also. That is all three, this one. Shortly, I am going to tie up with some more universities from France and UK. See, idea is, it will take time for you to develop from the scratch. So what is available? Take those things. How to make into products, integrate everything. Because 5G is a big system. It is only one company or one organization cannot develop. So various things, we have to come together, and then shortest period, we may have to system integrate it and then develop it. That is the strategy Government of India is having. And then already Government of India has given around 250 crore money to IITs for developing all these things. And then in CDOT, we are going to have one test bed, international standard. Test bed is going to be there in CDOT Bangalore for developmental activities and testing our own equipments. And another one in Delhi, where in Bangalore, it is going to be radio, and then Delhi, it is going to be core as well as the transportation, that is optical technology. So these three technologies, test beds are going to be there in CDOT for the country. One more superset, that is whatever equipment comes from outside, they cannot just like that come in and then flood and then dump it and then go. So what we are doing is, Government of India has taken a decision that all the equipments should also be tested with this test bed and the standards, international standards, and certified by our own people. So we are going to have one superset test bed for the country for other vendors like Ericsson or Nokia, whoever. So it is no way, we are way behind. We have already planned, and it is going to be there. The test beds are going to be there in place within a year, and we have already started developing the modules. And our this one is commitment to the country, or we are planning for 2020 field trial. It is going to happen, and 2022 is going to be our mass deployment, because we have that expertise, which many MNCs may not have. We have developed more than 91 indigenous manufacturers to make this in India. Okay, our own people.
With permission,
yeah.
an example of it.
Yeah, he is from UTL, United Telecom Limited. I would like to tell one more thing with your permission. Once upon a time, this company, I don't want to discourage or anything, this company, it is United Breweries. They were making breweries. Malya, right? I personally took this company. They, instead of making beer, they are making products today. And then I would like to give thanks to all the people, right? See, not only that, Arlam Breweries, then this United Breweries, this type of people. So that is, can you think a person who is making a beer can make a product of higher end? It is possible. That is what I wanted to tell you. So we have to develop our own infrastructure, our own manufacturers, our own vendors. Of course, whatever is not possible or whatever we cannot make it, we can take it from the other countries. Nothing wrong in it, right? But at the same time, ensure that one interoperability is there to work with our equipments, our standards. So this I wanted to skip, and then network transformation. This is what important. That is, from the existing network, how you are going to take over to the new network. We have to think and then plan. And standards. This is the most important thing. We have to follow the international standards. So whatever we develop, unless otherwise it is not meeting the international standards, it's of no use. And we follow this ITOT, we follow this 3GPP and the GSMA, and we value all these things. Okay, so these are all the trials and rollouts presently happening, and this is a 5G plan, global plan, and according to the global plan, so people are here, and then we also should catch up, but not exactly. So 2022, we should be in a position to go for the mass deployment. So this is the roadmap for EU, and we are closely working with the EU because all our standards, everything is starting from the switching we had been following, but at the same time, ITUT as well as 3GPP, we have to follow. And this is the standardization and the deployment schedule, and release 16. See, this is important. See, the thing is, most of the things, most of the requirements, most of the features, everything will be available from release 16 onwards. So from 20 onwards, we should concentrate on the meeting the specification and developing a product to meet this ITUT release 16. So most scenarios, these are all already I told you. And coming to this point, I wanted to throw a challenge to all the people. Right now, you think about not only 5G, you have to think about 6G also. Whatever problems are coming in 5G should be sorted out or taken care, and then while you are designing for the 6G. So these are all the things. Yes, the technology, old central office and the new data center, finally, with this new technology, how we are going to switch over. These are all the new technologies, and these are all the software-defined networking we may have to concentrate. One thing is, need to use the open standards for data center and cloud computing. This is the fundamental thing. So we have to take the open standards and develop the software based on that. And these are all the shift to this one, open standard based things, and then open APIs, and then open data formats, open SDN, open NFV, data centers, open standards. See, because why I'm telling now, if you are following one MNC standard, and then you are stuck up with that person only, tomorrow you will twist your arms. In the past it has happened. Thanks. Yes. Okay, in the past it happens because you will be going behind one vendor. Finally, you will say that my return on investment is not there, so I will shift over. Then where will you? So you should have multiple vendors, and you have to take care of the needs also. And front all standards should be new standards required, and then seamless interworking between Wi-Fi and 5G. See, this is another Wi-Fi. Wherever you go, you have to remember that we can at least take care of the last mile connectivity, and then data with a lesser paisa you can manage with this Wi-Fi. So this is antenna. Sir is an expert in that one. See, this is the area where Indian researchers and the people have to concentrate, because this is very, very important thing. Radio, we are way behind. And whereas in optical, we are way ahead. And cloud, yes, we are at par. So this is the scale of computing, and then this is another thing is a data center. This is the actual data center. Previously it used to be. There are so many other things also we have to concentrate when we design. That is a mechanical, heat, energy and supply chain, process, people and skill change management. This is the area where we have to concentrate. See, we have to concentrate on the people. We have to concentrate on the skill. We have to follow the change management very carefully, because our Indian strength is only the people. Okay, we can do anything and everything. Unless otherwise you nurture your own people, then tomorrow future is going to be, we are at the mercy of somebody else. So please, as an educational institute, you people have to concentrate. You have to go to the latest standards, and then latest technologies, and then what is happening outside also you have to know, and then you have to do the teaching here. Okay, I openly say that one. I would like to tell you people, see, all the final year students, ECE people, they can come to my company. At least I can entertain you people for half a day. Okay, I can show my lab, I can show my process, I can show how it is happening. And then some of the students, if you wanted to, because Bangalore is very far off, and then if somebody wants to do the project work on MTech students or BTech students, at least 3 to 4 batches in this area, 5G, I would like to encourage you people can come forward, and then I would like to offer this. Then, see, this is a heterogeneous network. Our country is also having problems, and it is our duty to sort out this existing ones. Okay, so this is a repetition. Right. We have to remember, we should be worried about the technology, regulatory, and frequency spectrum. These are all important. You cannot concentrate only one thing, that is the technology. What will happen? What is the spectrum under which I am going to develop? And then what are all the regulatory ifs and buts? Unless otherwise you know everything, concentrate equally, it is difficult for you to develop any product. And this is how it is. We have to concentrate standards, regulators, and then industry forums and ecosystems. This is how we have to develop. We have to develop more and more product vendors and then operators so that the entire thing can be taken care. Right? So, how much time I have, madam? 5 minutes? Okay, last 5 minutes. This is on smart cities. Smart city is the use case for this 5G. See, the thing is, there are many drivers like entertainment, security, healthcare, all those things. There are some enablers, that is broadband, then connectivity, propagation, all those things. Then devices are there. It is developing more and more data. You have to take care. So this is what it is. M2M communication is basically there will be policy, there will be device, there will be service provider, applications. Finally, you have to concentrate one thing, that is a security. Most of the people are forgetting about this. Security is a major concern and the threat for the country. So we have to, wherever, whatever you do, you have to build in the security along with the systems. Unless otherwise you build in security right from the beginning, it is difficult. So there are devices, 26 billion devices are going to be there. Imagine if the security measure is not taken care, what will happen? Then this is the one thing, important thing, that is data is coming, and then individual vendors say that one, you buy this access, you do buy this equipment, you buy this one, I will not work with any other equipment. 100 smart cities, Government of India has already given. Not even a single smart city is totally it is totally energized, it is utilized. It is not giving the service. Why? 4 years over. Because interoperability is the main issue. We have to inculcate this interoperability and security so that we can, CDOT has developed a common service platform. Any device, anything, access can be interfaced with the CDOT platform so that it will analyze the data, it will route that one, nothing else. So it will route to the particular applications. So this is what it is, and then management layer only we have to bother about. This is how the initially. Now every vertical will be working and then pushing the data, and then that telecom service providers will be giving the data. It will go to that particular business application only. But we cannot work in this environment. So there will be more and more data at that time. How are you going to take care of the congestion? See, what we have to bother about is we have to develop a common service platform. That is, the standardization is required, for which we have developed this common service layer. Thereby, you can interface with all types of devices and the vendors. So that this is what the future is going to be. The data will come, common service layer will analyze, route it. See that one, whatever may be the case. So this is what you people have to, you have to concentrate on the business applications and common service platform, how to interface with the various access towards your common service platform, use this one. So these are all the common standard and smart city architecture. There will be a lot of applications and devices. Then everything will come to the common service platform. then it will be analyzed, it will be interfaced to the various applications. This is how it is going to be, and unless otherwise this model is going to be there in India, it is tough to implement 100 smart cities. And with this, CDOT, I would like to thank all the people. It is a wonderful organization, and everybody should think that you are an Indian. And then one final message, these are all the technologies we have developed. GPON, entire broadband in India is designed, deployed by us, and then 250,000 villages are going to be connected with this CDOT technology and the GPON technology. And UTL is one of the manufacturers, they already supplied OLT, ONTs, and then optical is going to be the future infrastructure technology. And these are all the access technology, GPON, we have developed this. And then this is a common service platform we have developed. And this is an application software also we have developed. Entire country GPON equipments can be monitored from the common two places from Delhi and Bangalore. So this is the application you can think of. This is the backbone. When you are going for the infrastructure, smart city infrastructure, there are two things. One is an application, another is access, and the basic telecom infrastructure. Basic telecom infrastructure already available with GPON technology. You people have to utilize this and then make use of the entire thing, right? So these are all the things, and I don't want to go into this. This is the last slide, madam. Make in India, every citizen, you should remember whether is it designed in India, designed by Indians, and manufactured in India, not getting this equipment and putting the seal and then selling it off. So all these things should be done if it is made for India by Indians, and then only you can achieve this Make in India. Unless otherwise this formula is going into every one of your mind, it's difficult. With this is what the recommendations, you can go through that. Thank you very much for the time given to me, and then I wish the entire people, student community here